Hello, everybody. Appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below if you have some questions. I know you will have some questions and some concerns for this big platform, all right, during this time. Also, make sure, salespeople, that you subscribe to the channel so you can win and win big, so I can continue to send people your way and great prospects, all right, coming your way. So this is a series that I have requested that's called What is a Deal? What is a deal for the customer? For many of you, for many years, still continue to get it wrong in terms of what you think is a good deal. You know, all you have to do is drive down the street, whatever major busy highway you're on, and you're looking at different people who are selling things, whatever it is. They have a sale sign in the window, whether it's 50% off, whether it's 40% off, whether it's Christmas Day sale or New Year's Day sale or whatever sale that they think it is for the time of the moment that they feel is right. They have a sale sign in the window, you know, saying, I'll beat the competitor. Whatever the case is, folks, that is not a good deal. Whatever it is, even if it is half off, it's not a good deal unless it's a good deal for the customer. All right? It's not a good deal, folks. If that was the case, then a lot of those salespeople, when those big sales are going on, be blowing it out of the water. However, when we talk to them, we know that's not the case. Yeah, they'll have a big day maybe on a Saturday. Yeah, sometime on a Sunday they'll have a big day. Yeah, maybe on a Veterans Day sale or Thanksgiving Day sale, or when there's a big holiday coming up, they'll have a big day. But overall, a deal doesn't involve money unless the customer say it is, unless the customer believe it is. So a deal is whatever the customer perceive it to be. That's right. So we want to talk about one in particular on what the customer perceived to be a big deal for them, or a good deal, I should say. And for this lesson, we'll say the deal is the salesperson. That's right. The customer likes the salesperson, and that's the main reason why they make a purchase. Doesn't have much to do with money. Why? Because if they finance and they're not paying for it up front anyway. All right? So it doesn't have anything to do with money too much. It doesn't have too much to do with product, although we're going to get into that, because number one, if they can't afford it, it doesn't matter. If they go to a place where the financing isn't right, we're going to get into that too. It doesn't matter as well. But what matters is if they like the salesperson. Now let's break this down for a moment. The salesperson sometimes, or a lot of times I would say, if they are good at what they do, they can break it down to the customer in terms of payment, in terms of price, in terms of times of delivery. You know, when it comes to getting on common ground with that customer in terms of maybe they work the same place, or maybe they have similar stories in terms of their kids. Maybe they have similar stories of financing or buying a product in the past. And that salesperson is able to gain a lot of common ground with them. Maybe they have something, maybe the salesperson has something on that the customer can relate to, vice versa, folks. This is so important. For those who are veterans, you understand where I'm going with this. Now, for the younger ones, I would say, for the newbies, I would say, we need to teach them that a lot of those things matter in terms of attitude, in terms of what you wear, in terms of the words and the word choice you use to make the sale happen. See, many of the time people might say to themselves, well, I'm just going to just tell the truth, and I'm going to tell it like it is, and the customer will like me because of my honesty. Not necessarily. In fact, that's no way. No. We must be able to get the customer to like us in order for them to make a purchase. So a good deal is that salesperson. Let's talk about something else involving a salesperson. A good salesperson is able to break down the process and get the customer to understand it from him or her position. What do I mean? Well, let's say a product is being financed, and we're just going to use this as an example, $1,200 over the next 12 months. All right. So the customer understands that they will finance $100 a month. And let's say X, Y, and Z salesperson down the street did not tell them that. Well, a good salesperson can say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you can benefit with this product and only pay, remember the word only, $100 a month. Now, a good salesperson will also break that down into days. $100 a month, somewhere a little over $3 a day. That's all, only $3 a day. Now, why does that matter? Because when you're talking about monthly payments, people live day to day a lot of times in their mind. And if you can break it down into days, it gets the customer to understand that the product that they're purchasing isn't really that much. People can spend $3 a day versus $100, $150, $200 a month. You see where I'm going with this? You can do the same with a car. If a car was $300 a month, 30 days, do the math there, folks, and break it down into days. Get the customer to understand where you're coming from. All right? Get the customer to see it from your perspective, and getting that customer to understand that you're not blowing smoke. You're being very, very genuine here. Here's another one right here. Let's say if you're talking about customer service skills. Walking off from the customer, not answering all the customer's questions, even if the price is good, that may not be a good deal. How so? Because the communication isn't there. The communication isn't right. So again, the salesperson could be the key in whether the product is a good deal or not. Now let's go even further. Let's say that the customer has done some research, because they do, whether it's a car or whether it's furniture or whether it's a TV or whatever the product is. They do research a lot of times, and maybe they go to your competitors. And maybe the product that your competitor has is less expensive, but they did not take the time to break down all the specs, all the features of that product down the street. So in the customer's mind, even though it may be a good deal, the customer doesn't perceive it to be, because the customer don't know. Now let's say your product may be a little bit less of a quality, but it gets the job done, and if they take care of it, the product will last. So you can say something along the lines of showing the features and the specs in your product. All right? So that makes it a good deal. Even though the one down the street is less expensive, even the one down the street is of a greater quality, the product is a good deal because of the salesperson showing the features, showing the odds and the ends of the product, and not overlooking things, not trying to speed the process up because he or she is ready to go to lunch, not trying to speed up the process because they're ready to go home or they're ready to move on to the next salesperson. That is what makes the product a good deal, the salesperson. Let's talk about this also right here, folks. Let's talk about attitude for a moment, because sometimes we as salespeople do this all day. You know, we collect money all day, or make sales, I should say, all day. And $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 is nothing, right? Because we're not getting that in our pocket. So a lot of times it's easy to just expect the customer to just buy it without any question, or buy it without any emotion, whether it's 2,000, if you use the bigger products because you are looking for bigger commission. And even though you don't say it's nothing in terms of saying their small $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 isn't anything, they can see it in your body language. They can see the idea that you are brushing them off because you want to sell bigger products. You want to make bigger commission. And so for that reason, the deal isn't a good deal. Think about that. The deal isn't a good deal, even though your product is a lot less than what they would pay at their competitor. Again, even the financing is better, and I'll speak on that as well, is better than the competitor down the street. The deal isn't a good deal because of your attitude, because of you blowing them off or trying to speed up the process, because you may not make enough with this product here, even though you may spend a lot of time with them. You know, sometimes we spend a lot of time with customers and we're ready to hurry them up because we know we're not going to make much. And I've been there and done that. It's not a good deal. It's not good business. And it can hurt you in the long run. So these are just a few things, folks, that we could consider when we're talking about a good deal. Again, one is the salesperson. They buy you. They're not buying the product. They buy you, and they buying your expertise, and they trust in you to deliver in a mannerly fashion, folks. So hopefully it helped. Make sure you subscribe. Again, leave me some questions and comments so you can win big, so I can send people your way so you can get some good leads here and some good prospects along the way. But please be tuned for volume 2 on what's a good deal. Thank you so much for watching.